Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning to you. It is Monday. It is July 31st. Of course, it's been extraordinarily hot. We're about to wrap up the month of July. Do you think if we opened up the studio doors, some of the air from in here would go out there and lower our temperature?
Yeah, we could help San Antonio because it's always cold in here.
Yeah.
We should share.
We can make reverse climate change happen, Justin.
Just with the studio.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. It is a little chilly in here today. Feels good, though. Feels good. And we have these watches and warnings out again. So the heat's starting to crank up again. We were around 99, 100 this weekend. It's going to be even hotter, I think, today. We're going to be approaching some records as we go forward. Let me show you the map. And we have excessive heat warnings as you get up towards Dallas, Tyler, parts of Louisiana. That's where humidity is going to be rather thick, and that's where heat indices will really jump up today. We're under a heat advisory here because temperatures will probably peak somewhere around 103. We're not going to see big-time heat indices, but it's hot nonetheless. And there's a look at some of the temperatures. 105 in Dallas today, but it feels like 107. 97 in Corpus Christi, but it'll feel like 108. Here, 103, maybe feels like 104. But hot is hot, right? And the entire state is going to be underneath this ridge of high pressure. So let's do some positive thinking here. How many days until autumn begins? 54 days. It's not that far away. Our average first front, around 60 days away. What we're averaging out when we see kind of our first big cool down. Our first freeze, probably about 120 days away. So that's kind of the positive line of thinking here. We're getting there. We will. We'll all get through it together. We're going to talk more about the forecast and how hot it could go, how many more records we could break. That's coming up in just a bit. We go over to Steven now and check in on that morning traffic.
Hey, good morning, Justin. Well, let's get a look around town. First, we want to start here, 281 at Hildebrand. Looks like we still have crews out there working at that exit. It's been an ongoing project in the northbound lanes for a little while now, but it does look like we at least have one lane or two lanes that are open at this time. So be on the lookout for those crews as they work to improve your commute. But let's get a look here at our map. While it does show that we have some congestion that's still lingering around in some of the usual hotspots like 1604 and, of course, 35, we do have a new issue that popped up over here on the southwest side along Loop 410 southbound. This is as you approach Old Pearsall Road. This is a crash that was reported a few moments ago from TxDOT, and I'm going to keep a close eye on it. Talk to our friends at TransGuide to see if they have their eyes on that area so we can show you the conditions and what you can expect. But for now, watch out if you have to travel through the area, and let's hope everyone's doing okay. We know that there's plenty of road work taking place in our area along 281 on the north side of San Antonio. Paving work should be ongoing at this time. This takes us all the way up until Saturday, August 5th, and that's a long time because this work is going to start at 9 in the morning and should wrap at 3 in the afternoon. It's during that time we have alternating lane closures, that is, along the frontage road in both directions at Bulverde Road. All right, scan this QR code, takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. There's a whole lot happening in our area, including more from the 1604 North Expansion Project. I know that slowed down a lot of folks over the weekend, so know what to expect before you have to hit the roads, and make sure to drive safe, guys.
Thank you, Stephen.
Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
Former President Donald Trump remained defiant on the campaign trail this weekend, blasting the latest charges against him and denying any wrongdoing amid mounting legal challenges. Sources say his team has paid millions of dollars in legal fees with cash from political donations. His GOP opponents pounced on that information, with some saying he should be using that money against President Biden.
There are new concerns that Chinese hackers may have compromised critical U.S. infrastructure. An urgent search is underway for a malicious computer code that could affect power grids and water supplies. Earlier this month, Chinese hackers infiltrated the accounts of the U.S. Commerce Secretary and other officials at the Commerce and State Departments.
Today is sentencing day for Lori Vallow Daybell, the Idaho mother convicted earlier this year of murdering her own children as part of a cult. She's expected to receive consecutive life sentences since there's no death penalty in Idaho. It's unclear whether Vallow Daybell will address the court.
July 2023 was one of the hottest months on record, and it looks like August may be hotter than usual as well. Heat alerts are in effect for more than 70 million people in more than 10 states, from Texas to Florida. The Weather Prediction Center forecasts the southern plains, lower Mississippi Valley, and southeast could see heat indices rise above 105 degrees this week.
Gas prices now hitting an 8-month high across the country. AAA says the national average for a gallon of regular is up to $3.75, up 16 cents from just last week. The average here in San Antonio, $3.44, up 19 cents from last week, and just a cent less than the state average.
Your home insurance bill may be on the way up. Insurance companies have lost money in 5 of the last 6 years, and double-digit rate increases have been approved in 31 states since the start of 2022.
Trucking company Yellow, which was set to celebrate its 100-year anniversary next year, shut down over the weekend. It notified customers that it was stopping all operations on Sunday. The Teamsters Union, which represents most of Yellow's workers, say the company intends to file for bankruptcy.
Apple is vowing to fix a reported bug in its devices that may keep parents from restricting their kids' screen time. The glitch causes the downtime feature in Apple devices to malfunction, leaving kids with unlimited access. Apple previously said the bug had been fixed, but reports of the issue continued.
A week later, the Barbenheimer boom is not yet a bust. Both box office hits continue unusually strong in theaters. Barbie took in a huge $93 million in its second weekend, according to studio estimates. And Oppenheimer stayed in second with a robust $46.2 million. Both movies have already surpassed $1 billion in worldwide ticket sales. And that's today's 9 at 9. In your morning headlines, an incredible rescue from a vehicle on fire, all caught on camera.
Plus, Twitter facing another run-in with the law, but this time it involves their new sign. And concert drama, what starts with drinks ends with a thrown microphone.
Max Bassey joins us for our other morning headlines. Max, where are we starting today?
Good morning, guys. Mondays are always so fun because you kind of get a big wrap-up of everything that happened throughout the country, really throughout the world. Also, before we dive in, happy National Avocado Day.
Same to you.
I
live in the perfect city for this.
Yeah.
Avocado green right here.
I'd see that. I missed the
Earrings?
message.
No, I forgot.
All right. Well, guys, to start with headlines, we're starting just north of us, going to Frisco. A mistake ends in a terrifying situation for a family. So the police chief of Frisco now apologizing this morning to an Arkansas family after officers in his department pulled them over at gunpoint. So this terrifying encounter all caught on body camera video. So this happened back on July 23rd. A Frisco, Texas police officer ran plates on a black Dodge Charger, but instead of typing AR for the license plate of Arkansas, she typed AZ for Arizona. The info came back as a possible stolen vehicle, and police said it was a high-risk traffic stop. At least one of the officers involved, they had their weapons drawn. So in the car, there was a mom, a dad, a son, and a nephew, all on the way to a basketball tournament. And the mom in the car, well, she says it was terrifying to say the least.
They actually bring him in, cuff him, and put him in the car. They're walking him to put him in a police car. And I'm crying, I didn't hyperventilate.
The officer made a mistake on the plate, it was ran differently.
I'm not justifying anything, I'm just saying, like, it wasn't a computer that read it, it was our human error that did this. And so please forgive us, man.
I made mistakes.
All right, so you hear right there, human error. She admits she made the mistake. Now, an incident review is underway. An ongoing review would identify further changes to the department's training policies and procedures. The police chief over there in Frisco issuing a statement admitting to the mistake, promising the department will learn for it. It says he empathizes with the family, completely understands what they're going through. Staying in Texas, from a mistake to heroism. Look at this. So it's a little fuzzy right here, but what you're about to see is just startling, dramatic video. Texas police officers pulling a man from a burning vehicle. Police in White Settlement, Texas, a suburb of Fort Worth, they responded to a report of a car hitting a pole this weekend. Let's take a closer look. So responding officers found 2 people in the car. The driver able to get out safely. The man was unconscious, unable to get out. Officers quickly pulling him. Look at that. That vehicle on fire. They pulled him out. Medics arrived. The driver and passenger taken to the hospital, both expected to be okay. Now, the cause of the crash still under investigation. Okay, City of San Francisco issuing a notice of violation against one of our fan favorites here, Twitter. The social media platform recently installing a new flashing X sign at the top of the building that houses the headquarters. This is it. Right here. All right, so the complaint says the new sign was placed without a permit. City officials say they tried to inspect the roof twice. They were denied access. A representative for Twitter, or what we're going to call X, I guess now, They told city officials the sign just being used temporarily for an event. Earlier this month, remember, we talked about it, Twitter's owner, CEO, Elon Musk rebranded Twitter and its historic logo with an X. Update too, it's now changed on your mobile devices. I'm not out here trying to throw shade at San Francisco, tell them how to run their city, but I know that they have bigger fish to fry. The district attorney there, they recently had 2 people arrested in connection to a crazy carjacking that went viral. It was a crash that the car literally was flying over an overpass. Those 2 people arrested, they were let go without charges being filed against them. So, let's really harp on a sign. Anyway, speaking of possible charges, this is Cardi B. And you just saw her throw a microphone. She hurled the microphone at a fan during a concert in Vegas over the weekend. The rapper performing one of her, if not her, biggest song, Bodak Yellow, when a concert goer threw some water at her or a drink. So in just seconds, Cardi B immediately throwing the mic into the crowd. The song continued to play. So, was she singing? Was she not? Neither here nor there. Guards rushed to the stage. More security guards then seen flocking to the person in the crowd as Cardi watched from the stage before continuing on with the set. No word yet on what happened to the fan or if she's going to face any charges. Guys, should the concert goer have thrown the drink? Absolutely not. But we're talking about proportional responses here. I mean, some liquid and then a heavy metal device thrown at a concert goer. Another video posted on TikTok over the weekend. Cardi B seen throwing a different microphone at a DJ who appeared to cut off her song early during a performance. And really, this is a trend. To try not to laugh, Mark. I know.
It is. No, I know what you're talking about.
Right. This is a trend we've seen at concerts. People not knowing how to behave. People throwing things at the artists. They don't deserve that. But maybe wait for security to handle the situation of a drink instead of throwing what could be like a 2-pound device at someone from above.
I think they're heavier than people think.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're lucky. We have the light ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We do. It's true. Max, thank you. I know we're going to see you a little bit later.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
9:09, 83 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Cowboys are continuing their training camp this week, and Larry Ramirez got to sit down with owner Jerry Jones. We're going to hear why Jerry says training in California is better for the team than training in Texas.
Plus, Black Business Week San Antonio 2023 is in full swing. Tiffany Huertas tells us about the different opportunities and resources for local business owners. Next. Welcome back. 9:13. Black Business Week aims to showcase several businesses and uplift local business owners.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live to tell us how this event is connecting locals with resources and providing educational workshops. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, Mark and Stephanie. This is such an exciting day. This is the celebration that is kicking off here at the Holiday Inn SeaWorld. And take a look. These are just some of the partners, some of the people that are helping put this on the map. This is the 3rd annual Black Business Week. And I also want to show you, this is some of the schedules of today. We're going to see different branding businesses workshops, marketing, PR, networking 101. And Nika, the owner of Black Business San Antonio, is joining us this morning to talk more about this. Nika, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. The excitement here is electric.
We're so excited. Come on, hurry up and get to Holiday Inn SeaWorld.
Tell us a little bit about this week. What can people expect?
So I'm telling you guys, you're going to get education, opportunities for your business, networking, out of this world networking, and then just the energy, the positive energy to say, you know what, I can do anything. And all I need to do is these 2 hands, a little bit of knowledge, and I can get it done.
And it's growing. Show us just a list of some of the people that are going to be involved this week.
This is a directory that we put out all the time, and these are just some of our exclusive members that will be here that you can meet, learn about their services, their businesses, and really just start working together with future projects as well.
A lot of people involved and 2 very exciting guests with us this morning. We have Lakeisha Hairston, master's registered nurse and owner of Chosen Careers in Healthcare Training, and Lakeisha Howard, retired Air Force veteran and owner of We Got You Corporation. Good morning to both of you. Good morning. Lakeisha Hairston, let's start with you. Tell me about your experience last year coming to this event.
Well, last year I was a new member. I had joined the Black Business San Antonio probably a month or 2 prior to the Black Business San Antonio week. So just taking a few classes here and there, and then actually scheduling myself for the classes during Black Business San Antonio week. I mean, I received a lot of feedback from that, exposure, marketing tips, how to grow my business, and the experience from that. I have actually grown in just a year. I started out with 2 classes. I have 5 classes now, and I have so many resources. I'm a member and a affiliate of the Ready to Work San Antonio, which is huge for the type of business that I do.
And Lakeisha Howard, when you hear this, how her business is growing, how are you feeling about joining this year?
Let me just tell you, I'm excited. She is actually the reason why I joined Black Business San Antonio, because I took her CNA class. And because of that, she ignited me to become a platinum member of Black Business San Antonio, to grow my brand. I have been able to establish it, get the name out there. We got you, showing love in action, showing that we have our community, and it's because of Black Business San Antonio. So I'm excited to be here, to grow my business with other entrepreneurs. It only takes one seed to be planted, and it can be planted through Black Business San Antonio.
Love that. And we are seeing the growth firsthand here. Yes. Thank you to all of you for joining us. We're going to have more coming up on the noon show. And of course, there's still time to register here. They're still setting up. This morning's going to be filled with so many business owners of San Antonio. And we're so excited to share that story later. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Let's go outside with live cam, 84 degrees, and Justin is back. I love that graphic that you showed earlier. In fact, I just shared it too.
Yeah.
And tagged you in the post about first day of fall, first freeze, etc.
No pressure.
I know. Well, we've got to stay positive, because it's starting just to get where it's the same thing every day. It has been that way. But we'll get there. We will. Yeah. And there are some cooler days ahead. We've just got maybe another month or so to deal with this heat. Here's why. That big ridge of high pressure that sits over the plains, it's kind of starting to shift back into Texas, and that's not a great thing. That's why temperatures actually go up a little bit next couple of days, and all the rain goes up and around it. So by this afternoon, there will be some showers, I think, across far east Texas as a little disturbance rolls around. I wish I would tell you this is going to roll right into San Antonio. It doesn't. Everything's kind of dies down. So we're not expecting any rain. What we are expecting is the heat. Heat advisories and excessive heat warnings back in effect here across the Lone Star State, and they stretch through parts of Louisiana and Mississippi as well. Here's a look at the max heat index values today. So this is what it's going to feel like at about 5 o'clock today. 107 in Dallas, 104 Little Rock, 110 in Shreveport, 105 in Houston. We'll be somewhere around 103, 104. So not as hot as some of those places east of us where the humidity is higher, but it is still very, very hot. And as we look at the hottest Julys on record, okay, so we've got one more day here. I'm pretty certain we're going to finish second in both average temperature and average high temperature. So if you look at just all the temperatures together, the average, right now we're at 89.3. I don't see that moving much today. So yeah, we finished second hottest July on record. And guess what? We're right behind last year. We've never had it where it's been 2 years in a row hottest July on record, but here we are. And if you look at just the average high temperature, we'll probably finish second or third, depending on where the temperature ends up today, but likely second. A lot of records going down here. And in fact, our high temperature today could tie a record high. 84 right now. Dew point is at 72. Heat index is already up to 90. And the satellite picture, well, it doesn't show much. We had some morning clouds, a little deck of morning clouds south of San Antonio, but those are quickly dissipating. 79 Bernie Stage, 82 Canyon Lake, 86 in New Braunfels, 84 right now at Stinson, 83 down there in Pleasanton, and the heat index is already going into the 90s. 92 Gonzales, 92 Stinson, feels like 90 right now in Castroville. And for San Antonio today, we top out at about 103, feels like number probably 103, 104. There's not a big addition because our humidity levels come down, thankfully, in the afternoon. It is going to be a CPS Energy yellow day, and they're asking you to conserve energy once again, 3 to 8 p.m. It's going to be a day in which Texas uses a lot of electricity, and that grid's going to be taxed a little bit. So this is the reason behind all of this. For more information, you can check that QR code there on your screen. And that'll send you to our website with more info. Here is the big picture and the futurecast going forward. So our high pressure wobbles around, but it pretty much stays over Texas. And I think temperatures have the potential to get even a little bit hotter, believe it or not, as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. And this thing just does not want to move out of the way. So even going into the weekend, more triple digits, and we're racking up a lot of those triple digit days. I've put the records up there at the top for you, and you can see we're close to record territory just about each and every day. Pretty incredible. And the rainfall, just not there.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's the positive way to think about it, but it'll get here too.
I choose to focus on about 60 days out.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Thank you, Justin.
You got it.
921, 84 degrees.
A woman right here in Texas is one of the first to try a new drug that's helping to treat Alzheimer's. When we come back, what she's been able to do now because of this new treatment that she hasn't been able to do in years.
924, second treatment for Alzheimer's now been approved, and that targets the underlying cause of the disease. Last week, data was released about a potential third drug.
Courtney Friedman got a chance to speak with a Texas woman using the recently approved treatment who says hope for patients is no longer on the horizon. It's already here.
Gail Youngdale's mother died from Alzheimer's disease. Then years later, she herself began forgetting names and losing memories.
My children were telling me, "You're doing some of the same things that grandmother did." And that disturbed me.
Her daughter, Terry Youngdale, said it was early enough for her mom to enroll in a clinical trial for a new Alzheimer's drug. They found the Kirwan Medical Center running a global trial.
I'm doing this for the people of the world, not just me, not just my family.
She's proud to be a part of a trial that helped the FDA approve the drug with the brand name Leqembi.
All of a sudden, now Alzheimer's is a manageable disease. That's amazing.
It is amazing, but I have to say it's not a quick fix.
And it's not a cure either.
For 2 years, Gail has done the infusions along with MRIs, PET scans, blood tests, and other assessments.
That's a lot to go through. Is it worth it for you?
I absolutely, it was worth it. It didn't hurt me a bit.
Medicare and Medicaid have agreed to cover the drug once it's available to distribute.
Greg Shudo is the executive director of the Alzheimer's Association of San Antonio and South Texas. He says 3 new Alzheimer's drugs all clear out plaque that builds up in the brain, causing dementia. The first treatment, called Aduhelm, was FDA approved 3 years ago, reducing cognitive decline by 15%. Then Leqembi was approved this year, reducing decline by 27%. Then just last week, data was released about donanemab, in trials now showing up to a 35% reduction.
The thing that all 3 have in common is they're most effective in the earliest stages of dementia.
Which is why Gail got involved as soon as possible. And with Leqembi, she's seeing astounding improvement.
My mind is a lot more clear than it used to be. And I sleep well and I eat well.
She even started taking up old interests.
There's a needlepoint pattern out that I haven't seen out in a long time. And her crochet again.
If I have some music, I think I could play the piano. I gave all my music away.
Renewed hobbies, renewed hope, and a mission to break a century-old stigma.
She sees it as her strength, whereas most people see Alzheimer's and any form of dementia as their weakness.
I'm not ashamed of it. It's just something that happened.
Something happening to millions who now have more treatment options than ever before.
That was Courtney Friedman reporting. Now, if you or a loved one is starting to see signs of dementia, it may be time to go see a doctor.
The Alzheimer's Association is there to help and support you and help find you resources. So you can call 210-822-6449 or you can head over to their website.
822-6449. Right now we're at 927, 84 degrees. More ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a look into how high school football around San Antonio is heating up. And we're less than a month away from the 2nd annual KSAT Pigskin Classic.
But before that, we'll hear from the District 2 and District 10 council members on what they're advocating when it comes to the San Antonio City's new budget. There are newer members on the San Antonio City Council, and budget season is just around the corner.
So yesterday, District 2 Councilman Jalen McKee Rodriguez and District 10 Councilman Mark White joined Max Massey and Sarah Costa on Leading SA to discuss current council initiatives and planning for the budget.
Max Massey joins us again to talk more about their discussion Sunday. So how did that conversation go, Max?
Guys, it was awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna try to be super formal. It was a very great conversation. It was very open and honest. Obviously, we start with the budget. Both city councilmen represent very different districts, and they heard from their constituents. They talked about what they're going to be advocating for the coming weeks, especially as those budget discussions ramp up.
We've got to get more money in this budget for additional police. I think we're going to be at least able to get enough for 100 new officers. That's something I talked about a lot on the campaign trail, and I think we're going to be able to get done. The other big issue, of course, is homelessness in the city.
Community health and the disparities that exist in our communities, such as diabetes, lack of access to green space, asthma, lack of access to healthcare facilities, that make it so that we're much more susceptible to pandemic, disaster like the pandemic. Continuing to focus on upstream crime prevention initiatives and investing in opportunities for our young people. Of course, infrastructure, following through on our new equity lens.
So obviously the formalities were regarding the budget, $3.4 billion budget for the last fiscal year. So what comes next? But both city councilmen also spoke rather candidly about more specific issues that pertain to their district. For Jalen, we talked about the AT&T Center and, what we've been talking about, the Spurs possibly moving downtown.
I think one of my priorities over the next few years and the conversations that I'll be having with the Spurs and the county and city leadership is that we may not have been able to fulfill these promises of, development around the AT&T Center 20 years ago, but what can we do now to make good on those promises before we even begin any of those conversations about leaving?
Obviously, the move from the AT&T Center, possible move, it's a story we'll be continuing. And one story that was kind of a highlight of last week, the city of San Antonio suing the state. So when we talked to Mark White, we talked about the city joining Houston, suing Texas over HB 2127. Remember, it's a law that's set to take effect September 1st. It's a law that critics say would sharply curtail the ability of cities and counties to pass our own local regulations. Well, the new city councilman, he disagrees with the lawsuit.
I think it's really going to help businesses across the state. I mean, imagine a business trying to do work in all these different jurisdictions and having to comply with different sets of laws in each one. It's burdensome, it's expensive, and this Regulatory Consistency Act is designed to do away with that.
So it really was great getting the perspectives from people on really the opposite ends of the political spectrum, one District 2 and then one District 10. And obviously, what's going to come next? We have Leading SA every Sunday morning, 8 a.m. This time is 8 a.m. and 8:30. So guys, feel free to join us any Sunday morning. But I got to say, it was really refreshing to have these candid conversations, not only about the budget, $3.4 billion of our tax dollars, how that's going to be allocated, but then to really dive into the issues that we talk about on a daily basis.
Right. Let's keep the conversation going on those Sunday mornings.
There you go.
Thank you, Max.
Thanks, guys.
Let's look out there with live cam. I stepped outside and, it's not bad, but it's interesting what happens at, right before 9 a.m. till we leave, maybe like after 10. Just in that short amount of time, it gets a lot hotter.
Just goes up so quickly.
Yeah,
but you
really
left the door open, so you let some of the cool air out.
Some of the cool air out. Yeah, let's hope it works.
Let's hope. Listen, I'm no birder, but I think this is a pretty rare bird. It looks rare to me. I haven't seen one of these before. This is a glossy sterling. This was sent in from San Antonio. Beautiful bird. Looks like it's enjoying some shade there. We appreciate it as always. We appreciate the pictures. Let's take a look outside right now, and we've got mostly clear skies, 84 at San Antonio. Heat index is at 90 already. A lot of places starting to see the heat index jump up above 90, including New Braunfels, where it's already 95. That's the feels like temperature. 82 in Kerrville, feels like 85. Not a lot of wind out there, at least at the moment. And your KSAT 12-hour forecast, all the way up to 95 by noontime. So that puts us in the triple digits by 2 o'clock. And then we're up to 103 for a high. If we get there, by the way, that would tie a record high today. And temperatures take until 9 o'clock to drop back below 100. Brutal. More heat on the way this week. We've also got some activity in the tropics, and we'll talk rainfall coming up here in just a couple minutes. Guys.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys are continuing training camp this week, and you have to imagine the California weather makes practice outdoors much more tolerable than here in Texas. That's one of the reasons owner Jerry Jones says the team continues to return to California for training camp. He says the California weather gives the team and players more time to prepare for the new season. This weekend, our Larry Ramirez got to sit down with Jerry Jones to talk about the team. And when asked Jerry what he likes about this time of year as they get ready for the regular season, this is what he had to say.
When somebody tells you or shows you what they are, don't question it. That's what they are.
That's what they are.
And so out here, when these players with these conditions show themselves in the mirror or show us what they are, that's what they are. And so it gives us a great chance to evaluate our players.
Meanwhile, in Houston, the Texans also continuing training camp. And yesterday, the first day, we got to hear from Texans top draft pick quarterback C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. The Texans picked Stroud with the number 2 overall pick and finishing with a 3-13 record last season. Stroud was asked about adjusting to a new offensive scheme and playbook under offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick.
Yeah, I mean, I fell in love with it. It's a different style of what I played in college, but a lot of similarities to it as well. Very timing based, and I've actually really dove deep into it with Drod and Bill and Shane, and then Case and Davis have done a great job helping me as well. So just a lot of late nights studying, a lot of early morning studying, just really trying to get this team and know it like the back of my hand.
And based on what we've heard in Texans camp, seems like a lot of the players are taking the new QB under their wing, including members of the defense like safety Jalen Petrie and cornerback Steven Nelson and Derek Stingley Jr.
And Petrie, we ride to practice together early in the morning, probably 2 of the first people in the building, and we just talk a mess from the start to the end. So he does a good job of telling me what he sees in me, and I tell him what I see. They do a good job. They fly around back there, him and Warren. So I definitely appreciate them for just being honest and communicating with me on things they can see I can do better at, and then of course competing like that. Steve Nelson has been a big brother to me. He took me under his wing and showed me some things, and then of course D. Steen has definitely been improving every day and looks really good out there.
NFL training camps continue as we get closer to preseason. That begins this Thursday, but only for the Jets and Browns. Everyone else has their preseason games next week, with Texans Patriots next Thursday, August 10th. Jags versus the Cowboys, August 12th. The regular season begins coming up, and not soon enough, but in September. We are less than a month away from the high school football season. That means the second annual KSAT Pigskin Classic is right around the corner. All begins on Friday night, August 25th, with the primetime matchup between Holy Cross and Antonian. The Knights were 9-2 last year and lost in the third round of the playoffs following the Houston Cypress Christian 36-32. Holy Cross has 29 returning lettermen and are excited to kick off the season in the Alamo Dome for the first time ever.
Great experience. We get to play in the Dome, big venue, with a great team. Antonian been really good for years. They won their district last year. We won our district last year. Should be a really good matchup.
We know the atmosphere going into the game is going to be crazy. We're just grateful to be in this position, be able to play in this big of a stage. It'll expose a lot of our guys, and we're really grateful. Antonian's a great team, so it'll be great to play a team of that caliber.
On the other side, Antonian is coming back after a pretty great season, too. The Apaches, who were also 9-2 last season, including 5-0 in district, before they lost in the playoffs to Fort Worth Nolan 38-24 in late November. Antonian has 23 returning lettermen, and just like Holy Cross, Antonian is hoping to take the next step towards playing for a championship title. But first, they get to be honored on live TV to start the season.
I thought it was an honor whenever we found out the game was going to be at the Alamo Dome, because it's a great experience for us, and it'll provide a lot of exposure for all of our guys here at Antonian and get the chance to really show what Apache football is really about.
It's exciting. It's going to be a great experience for us and our family and a bunch of fans that can watch us, and like I said, it'll help bring up the tension of the game, make it more intense.
All right, here are the 4 games for the 2023 KSAT Pigskin Classic. August 25th on KSAT 12, It's Holy Cross and Antonian in the Alamo Dome. We'll have pregame shows starting towards the end of the 6 p.m. newscast for that one. And then on the 26th, starting at 11 a.m., we'll have your pregame show for Southside and Somerset. The middle game features Jefferson and Uvalde. And the primetime matchup has Brandeis and O'Connor. Going to be a fantastic one. You can buy your tickets right now over at KSAT.com.
Yeah, and it should be hot about that time, but we're inside.
Indoors,
yeah,
the whole time.
Great news there. Time now 9:41 and 85 degrees for now. You are watching GMSA at 9. And coming up, while cactus and succulents seem to be the best option for plant owners during the hot summer months, they still need a lot of love. So when we come back, our Sarah Costa tells us how you can keep those plants from dying during the heat. And welcome back. It's 9:45 as we continue to experience one of our hottest summers on record. Our plants are fighting to make it through this heat. So last week, Sarah Costa told us about how much hand watering or shade your heat tolerant plants need to survive. But what about our cacti and succulents? Sarah breaks down how even these plants need some help.
We see them all over San Antonio, the big floppy cacti or other succulents that usually do really well here in the heat. And yes, for the most part, cacti like these prickly pear can handle the full sun and triple-digit temperatures with little water for very long periods. But not all succulents are created equal. Mark Fanek with Fanek's Nursery explains some of his customers assume all succulents can get the same treatment and live through these scorching temps.
So a lot of folks who buy succulents or cacti think they belong in the same family. Cacti plants are desert plants, full sun, able to take the heat and so forth. Succulents actually grow in a higher elevation area. So even though they get full sun, they have the ability to cool off at night. Say like in Arizona, it is 100 degrees in daytime, but at nighttime it gets down into the 40s.
For example, my succulent elephant's ear, I made the mistake thinking it needed more sun. I nearly killed it. You can see it lost almost all of its leaves and has some severe burns on the leaves. This is what it should look like, but even this one has been in the shade and it's struggling, having some of those burn marks. If your succulents have burns like these and are sad and droopy, it might be because they are in full sun all day and you may be overwatering them thinking you're helping them, but really they are getting double the damage. Fanek explains, let them completely dry out between waterings. Maybe water them once a week and shade them from the scorching sun.
Morning sun would be ideal for succulents to about maybe 2 o'clock p.m. and then shade them off or filter light after that.
For information on how much water your drought and heat tolerant plants need this summer to survive, don't forget to check out our store. We go over exactly how much water they need. That's on KSAT.com right now. Happy gardening. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Great day to go to the zoo. Outside right now, checking out the flamingo exhibit. And again, they know where the prime real estate is, right? Shade of that tree. Again, we're working long term on some other cameras for you out there at the zoo.
Yeah.
We will keep you posted.
Yeah,
it's amazing how they line up right there in that shadow.
They're not
They know how
dumb.
this
They know.
works. Smart. So when's the last time we had measurable rain at the airport here in San Antonio?
Well, it was a couple weeks ago. We had some on a Sunday. We only picked up 0.04 of an inch, so it wasn't a good number. And you look down the line over the last couple of years, it's been rough, guys. We have the graphic for you to show you that basically October of 2021 and that fall, we got some good rain. And then it's like it just shut off and we were dry all of last year. And then you get into this year, and it was April where we were above average. So we had a good month, April into May, even some early parts of June, but then it just fell off again. Here we are back into this dry period. So I show you this to point out the fact that it's just been an incredibly dry stretch, not only this year, not only last year, but even going back into the latter part of 2021. We desperately need some rain. And a lot of times we look to the tropics to say, hey, maybe we can get a tropical wave in here, not a hurricane or anything like that, but just a tropical wave to bring in some moisture and rain, and we can't even get that. It is still forecast to be an above average season, but almost everything we've seen has been way out in the Atlantic, and that is the case now. We have one little system here that doesn't look great, but the Hurricane Center is giving us pretty good odds of becoming a named storm. We've got another that is moving northeast pretty quickly. Both of these, I'll put the spaghetti plots on there, are moving away from the United States. and will have zero impact here in the U.S. But they could get named. It's possible both of them do. If they do, it'd be Emily and Franklin, and then we'd be waiting for Gert and Harold. We'll see how the hurricane season plays out. Now, keep in mind, we are not into the peak yet. Once we get into late August and early September, that's when you really start to see things ramp up out there in the Atlantic. Outside for you right now, 84 at both San Antonio and Stinson. Kelly's 83, Randolph is 83. We've got a light southeasterly wind. Here's a look at the forecast high today. 103 here in San Antonio, but there'll be some places that probably go 104, Divine, Pearsall, 106, Carrizo Springs potentially. And the good news here is we don't have a ton of humidity, so the heat index isn't going to be horrible, but you may have to tack on a degree or two for the feels like number. And the heat index will be there, especially kind of the right after lunch. But once we get into the late afternoon, say 4, 5, 6 o'clock, then humidity levels drop off enough to where we can get rid of the heat index for the most part. Here's a look across the state of Texas, and you'll notice we're still high and dry here. We've got our ridge fight pressure. Everything's getting pulled up and over top of that. So the only rain we see right now is across parts of Missouri, and then you got some rain in far southern California, but just nothing that can get going here. We could hope for maybe a little disturbance to roll around the ridge and move towards San Antonio. Some models are hinting at that tomorrow, but I just don't think we're going to get anything to develop. This high pressure is just too strong, and it sticks around for several days here. This is Wednesday, Thursday, and in fact, it builds a little bit, so temperatures potentially could go even higher, just to prepare you when you look at the 7-day forecast. It's not great. 103 Tuesday, 103 Wednesday, 103 Thursday, maybe some 104s mixed in there, and these will be approaching some records. So we are starting August just as we ended July.
It's tough for the kiddos going back to school or practices.
It is. You know, I think about football and those outdoor sports.
Band activities.
Yes. It's going to be rough.
All right. Well, hopefully they're starting early and late.
Yes.
Don't forget what you do the day before as far as hydration is what makes the difference for your next day outside. So just plan ahead. 9:51 to 85 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Tomorrow's the first day of August. That means it's time to head back to school for students.
That's right. Yeah. Some kiddos are excited, and it's all the dates are different. So we're going to give you a look at it right now because some people start earlier and some people start later in the month.
They're all over the place. All right. So Edgewood and Lavernia ISD seem to start the earliest. They begin the new school year a week from today. Bernie, Idea Public Schools, Jourdanton, Lytle, Pleasanton, and South San also start school next week on different days.
So let's look at some of the bigger school districts. We have Northeast ISD beginning on the 14th, SAISD and Schertz, Cibolo, Universal City ISD beginning on the 15th, and then Northside ISD not until the 28th.
For a look at the full list of start dates of schools in our area, just head over to KSAT.com.
I know, my little girl is like SAISD, so she's one of the first weeks there, and some of her friends are Northside. She was like, "That's not fair."
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's okay."
But when she gets to summer,
yes,
then it all pay off.
That's true.
We're seeing those temperatures warm up already close to 90, and it could be a record-setting day. We're forecasting 103. The record is 103.
All right, you guys stay cool. Have a good day.